Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Urban Design on City Skylines with me, Praised. It's been a while since we have worked on our beautiful city, and I've finally come to, well, I've got some extra time during this weekend to start recording, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I was actually considering of doing a Twitch session, but I thought, no, I'll do an episode. This way everyone will be able to see it and not just the people that are on or actually on at a certain time on Twitch. So this episode we're going to be working on a little bit more on our downtown area, and more particularly with Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Urban Design on City Skylines. Now, we're back in our city, and it's been a while since I actually played, because I've been just very busy, as most of you people and guys will be all very well aware of. So I do have some things in mind of what I'd like to continue on, and that would be on our downtown area. And more in particular, I'm going to be working on our first main connection to go into the downtown area, and it's going to be coming off somewhere close by from within the Patcha interchange, or Cloverleaf interchange. So I actually can't really remember. I think we started working on brand car. Yes, we did. We did start working on brand car last episode, which is still developing and unfinished, but it will get there eventually. And yeah, the first priority is to start working a bit more on downtown area, start providing some extra connections and some main connections. So I'll get straight into it then, hey, because I want to get as much work done as possible, so that there's quite a lot of well, just work done in general. So first of all, I know that I want to have the, let's just jump over here. Over here we can see that we've got our entry point into the downtown area. So where this is actually going to be coming from is from this area, somewhere around over here. So without further ado, I guess we'll get straight into it. So there are going to be a few modifications going on around over here right now. So for example, we're going to be removing some of these connections and just modifying them, because I'm going to be creating ramps around over here, so I don't want the ramps to actually interfere with one another, or not that they'll be interfering, but so that there's not the triple lane switching over, especially with vehicles that are using this ramp. So we're just going to be working on finding a way to get things to work out for us. So 1 second. Alright, so it's been a while, a bit rusty here. Alright, let's just jump that across. Okay, so now from somewhere around over here, now the next part or next segment is to somehow join all of this up together as smoothly as possible. There we go, so we can remove that, and what I'm doing here is trying to make sure that that this ramp kind of passes, although I have to consider how to get to here. This is going to be a bit complicated right now. Okay, so we'll come back to that real soon. First of all, let's see. Oh no, we do need to start on this area first, unfortunately. Okay, so this area is going over here like that. Unless, yes, no, it has to go like this, unfortunately. I think I know where I'm going with this. Now I just got to figure out a way to connect this highway up, because we got this ramp which comes around over here. Okay, so let's just see what we can do. Up by 12 units. We'll go out by 6 units and join this up. Okay, so I'll keep that going. That's only a temporary connection that can be active. Now the next thing is, what was it that I was considering of doing? Well, actually, we can change this. This doesn't have to be like that. We can actually pause the game for a second here. Let's remove that and that. Let's push this down. Here we go. I've just come across an idea because we have downloaded a mod, haven't we? Where we can utilize space underneath all of these. Say if we were to continue this along, let me think. The highway will definitely have to continue going along. So let's just remove that, continue this a little bit further. Okay, so let's see what we can do. I need to do the super stack bridge. Is that going to work here? That will work. Or, let's see. Can we get the split? Is it only the super stacks that will give us this sort of an effect? Let's find out. What does this give us? That's still super stacked. Highway ramp pillar. That's that. Okay, so no. Medium bridge pillar. I think we'll just go for... Oh, there we go. Look at that. That can work, but no. It needs to be higher in order for that to work. So no. Road. No. Highway bridge default. No. Railway. Oh, the railway one will work. I don't think it... I'm not too fond of the way it looks. Especially these kind of support beams on this kind of a highway. That looks like the cripple at the underneath. So, okay, so we will go to the super stackage tool. And with the super stackage as well, what I'm going to have to do is make sure that it overlaps, otherwise we won't be able to get this done. Okay. Now what I need to do is continue this road along. Okay, so now we've got to continue this along. Remove these trees from here. Okay, now let's see. Join this up to here. I hope you guys are actually going to enjoy this connection that I'm making. Hope it will turn out rather nice. I'm hoping anyway. Okay, so now what we need to do is make our next highway. Ooh, I got rid of that road. That was unnecessary. So we might have to jump into collide. Jump that road across. Now we can build our highway ramp pillar. Good. Now let's see what we can do. Now, see what I'm doing in a second, and I will explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it like this. So let me just get everything sorted first. Let's remove that and that. So I guess what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing, I'm not guessing, but in order to explain, what I'm trying to do is to be able to do my ramp filtering system essentially. So we'll push this out a little bit further so there's more space between ramps so it doesn't affect one another too much. Okay, that works out just fine. Oh yes, that's just great. So for example, if I were to connect this ramp right here, say up over here somewhere, around over here, and this on-ramp were to join over here somewhere, what I'd probably get is a lot of people jumping onto the highway, double or triple lane changing in order to get there onto the off-ramp around over here. And I don't want that. So what I'm doing is making this ramp go underneath the highway, and what we're going to do is make this ramp now go underground, and it will join either this ramp or join to the highway. So essentially what I'm doing is providing the accessibility. Say we're going to connect up to a highway. I'll do this as an example. We're going to join up to a highway, say somewhere around over here. So these ramps are going to join up to this highway. So I'm kind of forcing the cars, instead of jumping onto the highway, this highway here, and then jumping back from this ramp, jumping onto the highway and then jumping onto the off ramp, which would require a triple lane change essentially in a very short distance. And if the city builds up to a larger size, we'll have lots of probably congestion issues and lots of problems with lane merging. So that's something that I want to avoid. And so the way I'm doing that is I'm actually creating routes. So people that are coming off this ramp will not have access to jump onto this highway here via this highway. They're going to have to use the ramp. So that's kind of a way of how filtering works. I'm actually filtering them to use the ramp instead of the highway. So I'm forcing them to use a specific way that I want them to go, otherwise, because I know it will create problems. So that's the kind of logic and thinking goes behind the scenes in my mind when I'm building my road network. And it always seems to work out really, really well, where I don't have any issues with traffic congestion or anything like that, where it's just uncontrollable. Okay, so with that done, I'm just trying to figure out where I could potentially, that goes straight, where I could actually potentially make all of this join up. So let's see, somewhere around over here, we'll get this highway to go down by 12 units. We might actually have to go down a little bit further because of this connection right here. So, or we can just make this go straight. So that's 79, so let's push that down by 12, that will leave us to 67. Somewhere around over here, so 66 just to be safe. We'll go down by... We did that in the wrong mode too. So, apologies. Okay, so we need to be in collide mode. 66 is fine. Go down by 21. Jump across. Okay, so that's an exit. So we're going to have to change this exit now temporarily. Like so. Okay. Do we have any other exits? No, oh yes we do, but that's not going to be sufficient. So what I'm going to do is make a temporary exit around over here, which will end up coming up over here. Like so. Change the direction. There we go. So that's our new exit point for now, temporary exit point that is. This entry point is no longer required because we are making a new main entry point right now. Okay, so you go up by 12. So from here what do we get? That's 11 by 22, so 11 units in that direction. Actually, that needs to be changed. This is going in to downtown. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's turning out rather well, or rather good. Next is time to push this across as well, if we can. Now, this may be a bit more of a challenge, so we might have to start pushing this down. Wow, that's really steep. So that's going to cause us a few issues. The steepness is definitely going to cause us a few issues here. Let's just see what we can do to the best of our ability. Ooh, no, this isn't going to work. So I'm assuming that we're going to have to push down earlier, go much deeper down, and then start finding a way to go back up, because we can't just do that. That's not going to work. Something like that will simply not work. So we can make connections around over here, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Connection from here to there, oh, that might be a little bit difficult because we're a bit tight for space. Now from this side to this side, that shouldn't be too much of an issue, unless we start going down even further. So that's something that we can experiment with. I think that's worth experimenting with. Alright, so let's remove these and let's just start pushing down. 24. So remove that as well. Now let's see how far we can go. .36 by 36. We can't go any further. No, minus 36 is the furthest we can go. Okay. Can we go further down? No, we can't. Okay, that's fine. At least there's a decent height level already being achieved for us. So if we were to come out to here, now, can we go down somehow? I really don't think we can. Let's just build that, and that just goes simply way too far down. Okay. Hey, okay, so we're gonna have to make the land higher over here, so we're gonna have some severe flooding occur. Again. More severe flooding. I don't mind the height, 36, that gives us a chance to make ramps around over here as well. So we're gonna have to deal with a bit of flooding, but that's fine. I can live with that. So we're gonna, through the life cycle of this anyway, we're gonna go through some flooding. So where do we copy? We'll copy this terrain right here. Just increase the size of it. Okay, so this whole area, all the land around over here needs to be increased. Okay. That's like almost like our bridge to get across, sort of a thing. Don't want to be taking land away. Okay, so if that's going to be acting as our bridge to go across, let's see if we can just push this across now. Now that's no issue here. Good. Perfect. Just what I was after. So we will be able to make a nice smooth transition across this area. So let's just jump back up to ground level. So we're moving up 36, so we'll go up by 36 units. Okay. Now the difficult part is to see how this works out. If we were to push this straight through, that kind of clips here, doesn't it? But if we were to go into overlap, no, that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable for me. Now just jump back into collide, push this forward. That will be fine. That will be acceptable as well. So I'm going to make a segment come out like this. Make a segment also come out in the other way. So let's build a couple of roads just to act as our guide. We need to build that back in. No, well, I need more space. Man, I am a bit rusty. I haven't played in such a long time. I've forgotten how I was doing a few certain things. There we go. It's all about space. You need to give yourself some space. Okay, so obviously that's not going to go straight now. No. So I didn't give myself enough space. Once we push this out further, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself some more space. Make this to start going up much sooner. So from here, let's start pushing up to ground level. 36 by 36. There we go. That actually looks pretty cool with the indentation. That's very steep now, don't you reckon? Yeah, that's way too steep. Unfortunately, way too steep. Might have to start pushing way up over here. Okay, see if that will do. That's underground anyway, so we won't be able to see much. So from 24 to 24, that gives us more than enough space, and that's not too steep now. Now that's more believable. Let's just make this, say, 8 units long. And now I can build myself my guides, or my guide of where it is we need to go. So from here, let's connect up here, here to here. I think with these connections now we can go straight. There we go. Perfect. Is straight out to here. Now what does that give us? 7 by 7. Ah, perfect. Alright. This now. Not going to make it easy for me, are you? There we go. Change the direction of this. Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with that, the way that's turned out. Now I need to do the last connection. So it's going to be off the Supre Reversi interchange. So I may have to do some thinking around what to do here. So I also want to avoid the double changing of lanes. So how am I going to avoid that? This would have to join up onto this side. It's worth a go. I think it's worth a go. Right, first we'll be able to continue the simulation now, as long as we just change the direction of all these roads. And let's see, what do we have here? 37, so another 18 here. Units, there we go. Now what do we have? 20 by 19, that's close enough. Here to that. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm definitely satisfied with that. Okay. So now we just got to change some of these directions of these roads. Make sure that they're all heading the right direction. And everything should now be connected up. That's our main entry point now. It's actually going to be active. Okay, I guess we can continue the simulation. And just give it some time. Okay. So let's start thinking about this connection here. This is the next point of business. Push this down. Now we do have a small amount of demand actually, I've realized, for industrial. So we're going to start placing some more office and commercial space right here and see what grows out of that. We got a few issues here, of course, flooding because of the new terrain, but that's fine. That will settle in time. So ramps, pillars. Make this come out to that. Make this go down. 12 units. Can't build on water. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for that to settle. And this road will have to continue across like so. And let's see, if we just jump into our highways, we're going to have to go back into default. Okay, that's fine. Bit of a tidal surge, but that's fine. It'll fix itself up. We're going to have to expect a few of these to happen during the life cycle of this city. Okay. Next point of business is to continue this across. I can't do that here like that because we need to jump into overlap mode. So if I just push this just there, and let's see, I will need another road actually as a guide. Something like that. That will work better for me because it's closer to the highway and we can see our guides. Alright, so let's just jump up to the right height level now. 4. Gonna jump up. 12... 24 is it? No, you're 21. Okay, beautiful. So 12 units long. And let's see what we can do. No, of course not. We've got a pillar there. So it's going to have to be done manually, which is easy. Okay, perfect. Change the direction of that. Change the direction of this. Ideally, I'd like to place another connection. Unless I do 2, nah, 2 I won't be able to squeeze in. No way. That just will not happen. There's not a chance in. There's no chance that will happen. Okay, so might have to just make this ramp jump over the highway. Might be a bit crazy, but it should work. Because this ramp is going to have to continue going across. Down underneath, perhaps even. Or the highway is going to join up. This comes onto here. This will actually join up straight down there. So what I need to do is push this ramp all the way through. Although that is quite far away. Just knowing all the traffic that we're going to have coming through this highway, through this road, may prove to be a bit of an issue for us. Let's see. The amount of considerations that we have to do. Okay, so what's that? 28, so 12 by 9, so we need to go out by another 3 units. Let's see if we can just join this up now smoothly. 90-degree angle. Change the direction of that. Perfect. So one way we can do this connection is if we remove that, continue this road down like this, or even make it go underground, underneath. That will work. That will work really well. I think what we did in the other area. So let's go into the super stack mode. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's just jump and give ourselves a road that comes through here like that. Let's remove that, make ourselves our highway ramp. Okay, continue that through. This is going to have to be in overlap mode in order for this to work. Okay. Please continue. Now what do we get? What do we get here? 10 by 12. Okay, so another 2 units then, eh? Out to there and join up. Perfect. I'm happy with that. Hope you guys are enjoying this as well. It's taking a bit of time, but we'll get there. I'm just trying to figure out the solution or solutions to getting this done. So this will actually have to... Let's see, how am I going to do this? Off the highway, it's going to go down. That's easy. That's the easy part. Making it off the highway. So that's going to require a bit of normal collision mode. And a bit of highway now. Utilities, such as that, to be imported. So that we can connect that up. Now, we just have to continue this through and join up like that. Simple as that. Space area occupied, of course, because we're in collision mode. So this ramp needs to go onto the highway. So in order to achieve that, this should jump onto here, over be running over the top of this. That would be ideal, but that's not going to work out for me. How's this area doing? Struggling a little bit, but hey, our new connection is working. Alright, that's good to see. And it's a T intersection, so we will never pretty much ever have problems with traffic, too much traffic building up. Next thing is how to connect this. If this goes down, okay, let's get onto it. So I can pretty much push this further. Oh no, that's fine. Yep, I see what I'm doing. So this comes out to here. We're going to push this up by 12 units. 12 by 12. Make this join up. 12 by 12. Let's see. Overlap you into that sort of a connection. That's fine. Okay. Remove that. Remove that. I'm just considering whether or not we need this connection from here as well. I think it would be ideal to have. So for now, this can just simply connect to the highway from here. Or we can push it across a little bit further. So let's just push it out to say here. Now let's see this from here. Okay, make this go straight now, down another 6 units, go down, and just make this connect up like that. And now what I need to do, oh, so where was this actually connecting to? Don't tell me I got this all a little bit muddled up. I think I may have muddled things up a little bit. Where was this actually RAB supposed to connect to? One of these. This is going to now connect to the highway. That's a given. We'll figure this out. Okay, that's connected. So what I can do is make this deviate a little bit. Make this go straight out to here and make it deviate as well. Something like that. Jump in this direction, and that all connects up very nice and smoothly. Yep, perfect. Move that segment. Let's see, can I just make this connect up a little bit smoother? Like that. Change that up. Let's get our highways. Normal roads. Actually, first, go into overlap. Super stackage it is for this little segment. Join that all up. Okay, so that's all nicely connected. Now we can jump back into our normal default bridge pillars thing, and we can change the ones that we don't need to be running in this form. So these ones, for example. Okay, this one we do need to start going to the ultra wide. This one though, we don't. Okay, so I think that's all connected now. Alright, so with everything connected, I think things will work pretty well. Ooh, this ramp though is still going to be causing us a few issues. Although this ramp is making people take the loop and then join that back up over here. That's something that I do not want to see. But that will become less of an issue. Look, it might not be an issue, but you can see we're gonna get some sort of triple lane changing going over here. If it becomes an issue, we can fix that up. I don't think it will be, because people will be finding quicker access to get to the downtown area. Now it's time to do some ramps within the downtown area. Underground. Now I haven't actually messed around with underground ramps much at all, to be honest. So this is going to be a bit of a new thing for me as well. So that's 36. I want to make sure that I can offer the best possible type of connections underground here. Smooth connections, that is. Not just any type of connection. Smooth connections are essential for me. Okay. So ramp, let's just chuck this down. Something like that. Okay, so let's see. Something like that would be fine, I think. Collide. Okay, so collision mode is no good for that. 33. Make that straight. We can. That's okay. So let's see now. This, just to join up very simply up, just like this. That's all nice and neat. Okay. I don't think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad at all. Now, next highway ramp is going to be starting from somewhere around over here. Right here in between the heart of these two highways. Like so. Okay. So now with this I can easily manipulate. I'll be able to manipulate the heights a little bit easier for myself. Freeform please. What I want to do is make sure that I can get a similar distance from this area. To join up to this. And that's just not going to happen like that. So what I might have to do is, let's see if we can improve on this. So this is going at a height of 12. So if I continue this to go up at a height of 12, might have a set height level. Like that, and from this set height level we can push down to the required height, which is 36 by 36. Okay. Now let's see if we can do the same on this end, but in order to do that, this side will have to be changed. This will have to go up to a height of 24, just so that it runs in between. Sort of, if you understand what I'm talking about. So 24, 24, keep going, and then I'm going to push down to 36. A little bit further. And now we'll join this up as smoothly as we can. Something like that before it starts going up. Okay, I'm liking that. Make this go straight through. Can't. Okay. Put that through. A little bit more. Come on, come on, come on. We can get this. We can get this. Okay, there we go. Push this through. This shouldn't be a problem. I mean, come on. Let's see. Make this go straight up to here, and then that. What's that? 17 by 19. Close enough. And it looks pretty smooth too. At least it's a bit of a small interchange. Nothing too drastic, hopefully. But it will and should do the job. This to connect up to here. Change the direction of this. No, that's going in the right direction. That's not going in the right direction. There we go. So all this is now connected. It's just a matter of time now to see how it will start operating. There you go, this ramp is already being used. The reversey bridge is going to be used a lot more. Alright, so I'm happy about that. I did also do some extra work with water around over here. I lowered the terrain in the water, so we had quite a lot of flooding going on, but it fixed itself out. We still have little floods here and there occurring from time to time, but if it keeps occurring, I've got a few contingency plans. For example, one thing I definitely want to do is expand on this shorefront out to, say, around over here, move out to, say, somewhere around over here into the middle, and then come back in in a straight line like that or something, so we can kind of force the water away from this wall right here, so we can experience less flooding. Hopefully, that's an idea. And so how's this area doing? It's not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so we are still getting some progress. These parks are the wrong parks, true, by the way. I placed them down, but they're the wrong ones. I just realized that right now. They're the right ones. The ones with concrete roads, concrete footpaths. Because they have lights in them. Okay, just like these. Perfect. Alright, so let's have a look at underground. Yes, the ramps are already being used. Perfect, that's what I wanted to see. So our first highway main connection is actually a good and welcome sign for vehicles entering into our city. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, got a bit more demand for demand for everything, so that's always nice to see. Guess we can add some more office spaces as well, like so. This area still has little problems, but yeah, I'm still gonna have to fix this up. So we will eventually get around to that. Now this area is complete, so I'm very happy with that. Actually, I'm not going to do tree placing. I'm not going to get into that, not this time around. I'll do that off camera. And let's see, how is Brandcar doing? Brandcar is pretty much full, so what I'm going to do is provide some more residential development around over here. Let's provide some extra roads, avenues I mean, that will be getting pushed across in this direction. Like so. There we go. Excellent. I was considering of adding some extra connections here, wasn't I? It's good to see this highway is being used now quite heavily too. So we're going to get some more expansion of residents over here. That should increase some more commercial demand. We actually have space for that commercial demand here. This is going to be a large park, so we'll leave that open for now. We can actually expand some more commercial shops around over here. Now, some of you guys have actually also been asking, when am I going to actually start implementing some more high density residential buildings? That will happen soon enough, just not for the time being just yet. I don't know exactly when, but it will eventually happen. We will get around to it. I know that we will, but I just can't tell you when because I'm not entirely sure. Remove that. This may actually have to do a slight different connection here. What if we were to do a connection like that? How would that affect things? It's actually a bit interesting, slightly different. I like it. Gonna have to push a street through though over here, like that, and switch these traffic lights off. We don't need traffic lights there. And provide some more office space, like right here. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Oh, we may as well fill everything out. We gotta leave a bit on the ends over here. So we can... No, we can't. Well, maybe. Could we add a car park that we made? If I can find it. What's the car park that I made? It's not that. I actually can't find it. Wow. I thought that... there we go. 4x2. Yes, we can. There we go. Excellent. So let's zone up some more. Oh no. That's exactly where I was supposed to place that car park. Right there. Okay. Perfect. So we'll see what happens with this. It's going to be a very busy area. Next query is to make a connection, highway connection into the downtown area somewhere over here. The other one will be around over here. So what I'm going to do that is get a road, get one of these to join up like this, switch traffic lights off, don't need traffic lights here, or we might, but we'll see. Now, I might add a guide for myself just to see how far we actually do really go. 12 by 12. Let's see if we just join that up here like that. Okay. So we do have our first connection around over here as well. I'm going to add another one on this side. So let's see. This, pop down. Upgrade that, remove that, remove that, change this road to go up. 12 by 12, like so. And just join this up, like so. Okay. And change direction as well. Make sure there's no parking available on that little piece of stretch of road. Actually considering whether or not we should make these longer. We'll see how much traffic is actually getting pumped or forced through here, because if there's going to be a lot, we'll make this ramp or this loading area a little bit bigger, depending on how these areas deal with all this, with all these intersections as the city expands, of course. Now, what could we potentially fit here? I'll just place an office building for now. That's all I can come up with. Gonna have to work on this park. Gonna have to work on our metro line within this area. Okay. So, small amounts of development going on. Slowly downtown is expanding, not too fast, but enough for it to be quite noticeable. Actually, you know what? We've got this whole massive area. Why not fill it all up with office space? Let's see how fast that takes to fill up. We'll actually be able to start, you know, covering up some of these areas. Also be interested to see what would happen if we were to start adding a couple of bus lines around here. Maybe we can do that before we finish this episode. That will be rather interesting. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we need to connect some water around over here. I'm so sorry. Okay, so what are we? 550? 550. Okay, there we go. So let's start connecting some buses around here. So we're gonna have to turn that on. That should make lots of people happy around over here. Didn't make a difference, surprisingly, actually. Alright, so we'll just create some very simple lines. Right, so the first line that we are actually going to run is, let's see, these streets are all pretty much laid out properly. So first stop will be around over here. You're going to jump out. And first stop will be here. Next stop will be somewhere around over here. Next up will be here, 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 then here, then in front of this building here, and jump back in, like so. It's a pretty simple loop, but that should do a pretty good job, I think. Right, so now I'll add another line which starts from here, heads out in this direction around over here. Let's see, stops at the plaza. Yeah, it'll stop at the plaza. Then it'll make its way up here. Stop just before the park, I think, or at the park. No, I don't want to make a stop here. It's going to interfere too much with traffic. Make a stop around over here. Next stop will be just around over here. And then it can join up with this line to join up back over here. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we've got 2 extra lines now. Are you guys actually getting happier that you've got more services? Don't think so. Not really. Not until I actually run a bus line through the streets, little small streets within. Soon enough actually we will get some upgrading going on around over here. Let's add another bus line. Let's do it. We'll create a very small and simplistic loop around over here. So we could actually expand all of this out as well. Let's do it. Just expand it all out. I won't add any actual buildings in between, roads in between here. Nah. Let's just make it a one real nice large long block like that. And now another bus line comes out And which way are we going to head off in? This is the question. This is actually going to have to go before we do that bus line. Let's see what we can do with this avenue, because I don't think we'll actually be able to meet this avenue. Well, oh no, we might just be able to. Oh, what a wow. I don't know how I managed that, but that turned out quite perfect, in all honesty. Wasn't expecting that. Alright, so now let's see what we can do here. Six by something, so let's just remove that. Push this out to there. Now what do we have? 6 by 13. So 7. Give us 6 by 6. Yes. Okay. There we go. That's all good and connected now. Slightly better connections happening now. More into the downtown area. Still figuring out the connections for this island around over here. Right, so we do have development going on in this area, so this is nice. It'll be nice to see finally these buildings start leveling up very soon. Just got to keep providing more services, I guess. And by services you probably mean like parks and plazas and good stuff like that, so that's what I'm going to do, is offer you a sunken plaza. Somewhere, let's see where. Place one right here. I don't see why not. There we go. That should help. Make people happy. Oh yes, definitely. And perhaps one in the corner, right, like right there. There we go. She'll start seeing some upgrading going on. Some slightly taller buildings. There we go, another building going up to stage level 2. Let's see. Any tall buildings we can possibly place might look nice. Don't think this building is finding its way to be very popular anywhere at the moment. Too wide to fit in there. Nope, we're going to leave that out. So a bus line, we were talking about a bus line somewhere around over here. Gonna have to figure out where to, so it's going to be too close to one another. So I'll leave it for now. I was going to add another bus line, because especially to utilize these bus lanes a little bit better. But I don't think that's going to be necessary at the moment. I have to start adding a few decorative features around here as well. It's good to see we're starting to get a little bit more activity down here. The flooding is getting under control, slightly, a little bit. Still it happens from time to time, but they'll eventually get fixed. I'm not too concerned about that. It's good to see if this area is now working. We'll see how often people are actually going to be using this to transfer over. And I think we can, yes we can. Make a... let's just see where the buses exit. They exit at the very end, okay. So I think a crossing like that would come in very handy, right there in the middle. Just to be able to get to these bus stops a little bit faster. And obviously we're also going to have to add a metro station and all that somewhere around here. Oh. These areas are being used. Look at that. So this bus stop will get used quite heavily. Alright, so we can switch these lights off from here. We don't need them. They're unnecessary. Alright guys, so that's it for this episode. Small amount of progress. Actually, you know what? For me, that's actually kind of massive progress. Like, we've actually really done some big progress because we've made one of our main entry points, one of our main arteries into the downtown area. And actually it's all connected. And the sunken highway over here also, well, it's a bit flooded at the moment, but they'll clear out. That's also connected to that highway entry point, as well as the other highways are starting to get connected up here and there. So we're making progress. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry if I was speaking a little bit quietly. I'm just trying to, you know, stay quiet a little bit because it's early in the morning where I'm actually able to get some time in. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. So I'll catch you all very, very soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.